Good morning to all. It's a blended mode of learning. In this class, we are going to learn IUPAC system of nomenclature for nomenclature of organic compounds having functional group of higher periodicity. The learning objectives of this class are how to name the compound which are having functional group of higher periodicity. Second one is we are going to recall what are the drawbacks of trivial system of nomenclature. Then what is the IUPAC system of nomenclature. Then how to convert common name into IUPAC name and vice versa. Then how to convert IUPAC name into structural formula. Let us enter into the IUPAC system of nomenclature of organic compounds having functional group of higher periodicity. First, you should know what are the functional groups of higher periodicity. What are the groups are considered to be a functional group in IUPAC system of nomenclature. Here, the functional group of higher periodicity are considered as alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, then carboxylic acid derivatives, amide, ester, acid chloride are considered as a functional group. Functional group should be indicated with the secondary suffix. The general rule for framing the name for the organic compound which are having functional group are first you should give the root word, then you add primary suffix, then secondary suffix. The root word indicates how many number of carbon atoms present in the compound. Then in the primary suffix, how the carbon atoms are connected, either by single bond or double or triple bond, that should be mentioned in the primary suffix. Then in the secondary suffix, what is the functional group present in the compound? If the compound is having alcohol, the secondary suffix is OL. If the compound is having aldehyde as a functional group, secondary suffix is AL. If the compound is having ketone as a functional group, it should be indicated in the secondary suffix ONE. If the compound is having carboxylic acid as a functional group, secondary suffix given as OIC acid. Then in the case of amide, we add in the secondary suffix amide. Let us pass on to the example. We are going to give the name to alcohol. How the IUPAC name should be framed for alcohol. Here we follow the general rule. Root word, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Here the primary suffix A and E is added if it is saturated. If the compound is having double bond E and E, then secondary suffix OH, alcoholic functional group OH is present in the compound, OL is added. When you combine A and E and OL, here both the ends are, A and E end is having vowel and the secondary suffix is also start with the vowel. When you combine these two, one vowel is E is removed. Here let us enter into the example. Here it's a one carbon alcohol. This one carbon is indicated as meth. Then there may be a single bond present in the compound. It should be indicated as A and E. Then this OH is indicated as OL. When you combine this A and E and OL, this vowel is removed. It is removed. You can get methanol. In that way, we are going to give the name for the compound. I will give another one example. Here, 4 carbon is present in the compound. This 4 carbon is indicated as but. Then there may be single bond alone present in the compound. It should be indicated as A and E. Then this OH is indicated as OL. When you combine those things, butanol. In that manner, we can give the IUPAC name to the compound if the structural formula is given. If the name is given, you are going to write the structure for the compound. Therefore, it is very important. Basically, by using this knowledge, we are going to write the structural formula of this compound. Using the knowledge of IUPAC system of naming the compound, we are going to write the structure of the compound. I will take one example, octanol. Here you split the name into three components, three spots. Split the name into three parts. Oct indicates there will be 8 carbon present in the compound. You write the 8 carbon. 8. Then ANE indicates all the 8 carbon atoms are connected by a single bond. Then secondary suffix is OL. OL indicates this compound is having OH. Then you are going to fill the remaining valency of carbon atom by hydrogen. Here this terminal carbon having 1 valency is already satisfied, remaining 3 valency is satisfied by 3 hydrogen atoms. Here already for this carbon 2 valency are satisfied, you are going to put 2 hydrogen. Here also to put hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Here also 2 hydrogen. That will be the structure of the compound. In that manner, we are going to write the structure formula. I will write one more example. Pentanol. Pentan, OL. OL indicates alcohol. Pentan, 5 carbon. Then OL is in the first carbon. OH. OL is OH. Then you fill the remaining valency of carbon by hydrogen atom. In that manner, we are going to write the structural formula. If the IUPAC name is given, we can write the structural formula of the compound. Let us pass on to the next example. Next one is the organic compound is having aldehyde. If 1 carbon aldehyde, in the early lecture we have learned the trivial name for the compound. 1 carbon aldehyde is, that aldehyde is obtained from acid, formic acid. Therefore the name of the trivial name of this aldehyde is formaldehyde. Here we follow the rule, IUPAC nomenclature rule. Root word, primary suffix, secondary suffix. Here 1 carbon will be there may be no double bond, no triple bond, therefore it is a saturated compound. The A and E is added, then secondary suffix aldehyde is indicated by AL, methanol. Here when you combine these two, primary suffix and secondary suffix, here vowel will be there. Here also when you join the secondary suffix, the secondary suffix also start with the vowel. When you combine these two, this vowel E is removed, the end E is removed in the first primary suffix, methanol. In that manner we are going to write 2 carbon is indicated as ethanol, 3 carbon is indicated as propanol. In that manner we are going to write the IUPAC name for aldehyde. Then IUPAC name is given, you are going to write the trivial name as well as structural formula of the compound. It is very important. By knowing the concept, by recalling the concept, you can write the trivial name. Aldehyde, these are derived from carboxylic acid. Therefore, you should know the carboxylic acid name. Here, 5 carbon carboxylic acid is 5 carbon carboxylic acid is valeric acid. From the valeric acid we are obtained aldehyde. Therefore, this pentanol, common name of this pentanol is valeraldehyde. Valeraldehyde. Here we are going to write the structure of the compound. Here pentan, pent, 5 carbon. Among the 5 carbon, first carbon is aldehyde. Then remaining carbon valency is satisfied by hydrogen. It is a pentanaldehyde. In that manner we are going to write the trivial name as well as IUPAC name of this compound. Then Here IUPAC name is given for the compound, hexanal. We are going to write the trivial name of this compound. 5-carbon carboxylic acid. You can recall the 5-carbon carboxylic acid. Caproic acid. From the caproic acid we can arrive the aldehyde, capraldehyde. Capraldehyde is a common name of this compound, trivial name of this compound. Therefore, basic concept to be kept in your mind, you recall this concept, then you apply the concept, then you write the name. Capraldehyde is a common name of this compound, then you are going to write the structure of the compound. Here 6 carbon, among the 6 carbon, first carbon is aldehyde, remaining 5 carbon valency to be satisfied by hydrogen atom. In that manner, we are going to write the structural formula of the compound. Let us pass on to the next example. Ketone. Here the general rule is root word, primary suffix is ANE, then secondary suffix is ONE. When you combine these two, primary suffix and secondary suffix, the E in the primary suffix is removed. Here, first member of ketone is 3-carbon compound. That first homologous of ketone contains 3 carbon atom. Here, 1, 2, 3. This 3 is indicated by 3 is indicated by prop. Then A. Here ketone is in the second carbon, prop 2-one. The position of the functional group should be indicated. It should be indicated this AN, then 1 hyphen, then you put position, then after the number you put 1 second hyphen, then you add the secondary suffix. In that manner you write. In the next member also this ketone is in the second carbon. Therefore the position of the ketone should be mentioned. It should be mentioned in the name, it should be, the position should be mentioned before the name, or it should be mentioned in along with the ketone, along with the one. Here hexanone. Here the ketone is in the second position, therefore it is also acceptable one. 2-hexanone, 2-hexanone. Or hexane 2-one, it is another way, hexane 2-one. It may be written like that, hexane. The position of the ketone should be mentioned. You can write either way. Any one of the way is acceptable. In that manner, we are going to write the IUPAC name for the compound. If, for example, ketone, in the ketone, there may be 8 carbon. 8 is indicated as oct. Then ketone is indicated as ONE. Here all the 8 carbon are connected with the ketonic group by single bond. Therefore it should be in the primary suffix octane 2-one, octane 2-one. That is the way of writing the nomenclature for the ketone. Let us pass on to the next one, carboxylic acid. In the carboxylic acid, here also you count the number of carbon atoms. First carboxylic acid is having 1 carbon. This 1 carbon is indicated as meth. Here this carbon is indicated as meth. There may be carboxylic acid group will be there. That carboxylic acid group is given in the name OIC acid. OIC acid. That should be given in the secondary suffix. Then it's a saturated one. Therefore ANE, when you combine these two, methanoic acid will be obtained. Meth plus A plus OIC acid, you are going to get methanoic acid. Then for example, I will pass on to the next one. Here you count the number of carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon will be there. In that, while naming the compound, carboxylic group carbon is also included in the root word. That is a very important. You count the total number of carbon present in the compound, including the functional group. Here 4 carbon will be there. Bute. Then there may be saturated AN. This carboxylic acid functional group is indicated as OIC acid. In that manner, we are giving the IUPAC name to the compound. Then what will be the trivial name of this compound, butanoic acid. You go to the source. The source of this compound is, it is found in the butter. In Latin, it is called butrum. It is derived from the Latin word butrum, butric acid. Butric acid, butrum, the word derived from butrum. The name of this acid is butric acid. Then you write the structural formula. Butric acid means there may be 4 carbon, there may be COE, or carboxylic acid will be there, and you write the structural formula. Here, hexanoic acid, hex 6 carbon. Then you go for the trivial name, caproic acid, caproic acid. It is found in the coconut, and also it is found in the coconut oil, caproic acid. Here 6 carbon is connected, then first carbon is carboxylic acid, remaining 5 carbon valence is satisfied by hydrogen atom. In that manner we are going to write the trivial name as well as structural formula of the compound. Then nonanoic acid, it is a 9 carbon carboxylic acid. Pelargonic acid is a trivial name of this compound. Then decanoic acid, 10 carbon will be there. Here the capric acid is the trivial name of this compound. These are found in the coconut. These are the 6, 7, 8 and 9 carbon are present in the 9 carbon carboxylic acid, 9, 10 carbon carboxylic acids are found in the coconut. In that manner we are going to write the trivial name also. The thing is, you understand the concept, you keep the concept in your mind. By applying the concept, you are going to write the name of the compound. Either it may be a trivial name or it may be a IUPAC name. Let us pass on to the next one. Here we are going to write the IUPAC name for the derivative of carboxylic acid. Here ester. Here also the rule is prefix, root word. Then along with the root word, here you are going to add OAT. Here prefix, what is prefix? In the carboxylic acid, one of the hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group. The alkyl name should be given in the prefix. In the prefix, we are going to write the alkyl name. Here alkyl name should be given in the prefix. Here it is a substituent. H is replaced by, in the carboxylic acid, H is replaced by methyl. This methyl name should be given in the prefix. Then the name of this carboxylic acid is methanoic acid. OIC acid is removed. Root word plus you are going to add methanoate. OAT should be added. Methanoate. Methanoate. Then here ethyl is the alkyl group. Therefore name should be given in the prefix. Ethyl ethanoate. It is derived from ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid, we add ethanoate. Here propanoic acid is a carboxylic acid. In that carboxylic acid, one of the hydrogen is replaced, this COH hydrogen is replaced by propyl group, propyl propanoate. In that manner we are going to write the IUPAC name of this compound. Then we are going to write the common name. IUPAC name is given, you are going to write the common name. In the common name, you recollect the name of carboxylic acid. The first member is formic acid. It is derived from formic acid, methyl formate. Here a name should be end with trivial name, methyl formate. Here second carbon carboxylic acid is acetic acid, ethyl acetate, ethyl acetate. Then propionic acid, it is found in oil and fat. In the Greek word, propion indicates oil and fat. This propionic acid, here hydrogen is replaced by propyl propionate. propyl propionate. Then it is butyric acid. Fourth carboxylic acid is butyric acid. In the butyric acid, H is replaced by butyl. Butyl butyrate. Butyl butyrate. In that way, therefore, you should recollect the trivial name by using the trivial name. You are going to write the derivative of ester. Derivative of carboxylic acid. Here, methyl hexanoate. It's a IUPAC name. Methyl group is a substituent. Therefore, hexanoic acid, what is the trivial name of hexanoic acid? Caproic acid. Methyl caproate. Methyl caproate. Therefore, you recollect the name of, trivial name of carboxylic acid, then you substitute this alkyl group. Here also, in the trivial name also, alkyl group name is given, then you add the trivial name of carboxylic acid with the AT, caproate. On to the next example, acid anhydride. It is also a derivative of carboxylic acid. Rule is carboxylic acid anhydride. Carboxylic anhydride. Acid is removed. In the name of carboxylic acid is removed, you add anhydride. Here, 1 carbon carboxylic acid. 1 carbon carboxylic acid is methanoic acid. Methanoic anhydride. Methanoic anhydride. 2 carbon carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic anhydride. In that way, we are going to write the anhydride name. Let us pass on to the next derivative. Acid halide. Here the root word plus ANE plus oil chloride, oil halide, it should be added. Here also, when you combine these two, primary suffix, secondary suffix, E is removed. E is removed. For first member is formic acid, sorry, methanoic acid, methanoyl chloride, methanoyl chloride. Second carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid, ethanoyl chloride, ethanoyl chloride. Third carboxylic acid is propanoic acid, propanoyl chloride. And fourth carboxylic acid is butanoic acid, butanoyl chloride. In that way, we are going to write the IUPAC name to the acid halide. Then amide. Here also the same procedure. Root word ANE and amide. Here combine, when you combine this primary suffix, secondary suffix, E is removed from the primary suffix when you add those things. Methanamide, ethanamide, propanamide. When you count the number of carbon atoms, then you go for the name of carboxylic acid, then you remove OIC acid, then add ANE, amide, ANE and amide, propanamide, butanamide. In that way, we are going to write the derivative of carboxylic acid, amide. Then recapitulation. When we recall why we come to the IUPAC nomenclature, in the trivial system of nomenclature, there will be a lot of drawbacks will be there. That trivial system of nomenclature could not be applied to all the organic molecules because no definite rules are used in the nomenclature. And another one important thing is trivial system of nomenclature could not be applied to the carbon chain is having branched chain organic molecule could not be named with the help of this trivial system of nomenclature. And also 2 or more double bond or triple bond present in the organic molecule. Trivial system of nomenclature could not be applied for those compounds. And also 2 or more functional group present in the organic compound. We can't name with the help of trivial system of nomenclature. That is the lacuna in the trivial system of nomenclature. Then in order to overcome the difficulty, new method of nomenclature was needed for naming the organic compound, which is called IUPAC system of nomenclature. First, we should have a better idea about the IUPAC system of nomenclature, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. In that nomenclature, there may be set of logical rule will be there. With the help of this rule, we can frame the name of this compound. Here, the general rule for framing the name of this organic compound is name should have 5 components. First 2 components are prefix, primary prefix, secondary prefix, then root word. It is the main name of this compound. In the root word, the number of carbon atoms present in the compound are mentioned. Then in the primary suffix and in the secondary suffix are also added after the root word. Here, the root word is important. Before the root word, 2 fragments are added. After the root word, 2 fragments are added. In the primary prefix, substituent's name should be given. In the secondary prefix, whether the compound is open chain or branch or cyclic compound, that should be mentioned in the secondary prefix. Then in the root word, the number of carbon atoms in the chain are expressed. Then in the primary suffix, whether the compound is saturated or unsaturated, those things to be mentioned in the primary suffix. Then in the secondary suffix, functional group should be mentioned. Here are some of the rule for naming alcohol. Root word, then ANE plus all, OL. Then aldehyde, root word, ANE plus AL. Then for carboxylic acid, root word, ANE plus OIC acid. Then for ketone, root word ANE plus ONE. In that way, we are expressing the functional group present in the organic compound. Then for derivative of carboxylic acid, for ester, root word ANE plus OAT. Then for amide, root word ANE plus amide. For acid halide, root word plus ANE plus oil plus halide. Then for anhydride, root word ANE plus OIC anhydride. OIC anhydride. These are the general rule adopted in the IUPAC system of nomenclature. Then we enter into the assignment. Here, what are the information obtained from the primary prefix and secondary prefix? We already discussed those things. Primary prefix indicates the substituent names. Then secondary prefix indicates whether the carbon is connected in a chain or it is connected in a ring. Those things to be mentioned. Then what are the information obtained from the primary suffix and secondary suffix? Primary suffix indicates whether the compound is saturated or unsaturated. If it is unsaturated, if the compound is having double bond or triple bond, those things to be mentioned. Then in the secondary suffix, what is the functional group present in the compound? Those things to be named in the secondary, those things to be given in the secondary suffix. Then what are the information obtained about the root word used in the IUPAC system of nomenclature? Here, root word is the main frame of it is a main framework that will give the number of carbon atoms present in the compound. Right, the structural formula of the following compound. Here, it is a very important ethane 1,2-diol. This kind of names for this kind of compound, we can't give the name in the trivial system of nomenclature. Eth. Here, eth indicates there are 2 carbon. AN indicates it is a saturated. These 2 carbon atoms are connected by single bond. Then OL indicates alcohol. Then di indicates there are 2 alcohol will be there. Here you are going to, with the help of this name, you are going to write the structural formula of the compound. 2 carbon atom, they are connected by a single bond. Eth, AN, those things can be written like that. Then OH, there are 2 OH. Then remaining balance of carbon to be filled by hydrogen atom. That is the way of writing molecular structural formula of the compound. Here 2 hydrogen, here also 2 hydrogen. Already 2 valency are satisfied. It is a way of writing the structural formula for ethane 1,2-diol. In that manner, we are going to write the propane 1,2,3 triol. Tri indicates 3, OL indicates alcohol. That compound is having 3 carbon is having 3 OH group. It should be written like that. You write 3 carbon. All the 3 carbons are connected by A and E. There will be single bond. Here 3 OH will be there. Then it will be the skeleton of this propane 1,2,3 triol. But it is not a structural formula. Remaining valency to be filled by hydrogen atom. Here are 2 valency are satisfied. Therefore 2 hydrogen. Here 3 valency are satisfied. Therefore you put 1 hydrogen. Here 2 valency are satisfied. You put 2 hydrogen. In that manner we are going to write the structural formula of the compound. Here ethane, diaminoethane. It is a substituent. Amino is a substituent. There are 2 diamino. Amino group will be there 2. Eth. Eth, you write 2 carbon. Diaminoethane. In between 2 carbon you put a single bond. Then 2 amino group will be there. 2 amino group. But it will be the skeleton of the compound. You put the number of hydrogen, remaining valence of carbon is satisfied by hydrogen. 2 hydrogen, here also 2 hydrogen. It is a 1,2-diaminoethane. Here ethane diol, 1,2-diol. Ethane, 2 carbon. Then what is the diol? It is aldehyde. There are 2 aldehyde. These 2 carbon are present as aldehyde. CHO, CHO. It is ethane 1,2-diol. Ethane 1,2-diol. Then ethane 1,2-dioic acid. 1,2-dioic acid. Dioic acid. YAC acid indicates carboxylic acid. There are 2 carboxylic acid. 2 carbon atoms are present as carboxylic acid. Here the 2 carbon atoms are present as carboxylic acid. COOH, COOH. It is ethane 1,2-dioic acid. In that manner we are going to write the methanoic acid. It is a 1 carbon acid. Meth, 1 carbon. YAC acid, 1 carbon acid. HCOOH. Therefore, you should know the basic concept. Without knowing the basic concept, you can't write the structural formula, or you can't write one form name is converted into another is a difficult one. Propanol. Here 3 carbon. One indicates ketone. It's a propanol. Therefore, you should analyze the name of the compound. After analyzing, you split the name of the compound. It should be broken down into 3 pieces. Prop, AN, ON, ONE. ONE indicates ketone. Therefore, second carbon must be ketone. CO, the remaining carbon, will be satisfied by the remaining valency of remaining carbon valency is satisfied by hydrogen. And ethanol, ethanol. Eth, 2 carbon, second carbon is aldehyde. Sorry, first carbon is aldehyde. The remaining valency is satisfied by hydrogen. Ethanol. Among the aldehyde, one is aldehyde, another one is methyl group. In that way, we are going to write the name of this compound. Ethyl propanoate. When you add about the word OAT, it's a ester. It is a propanoic ester. You write the name of propanoic acid. CH3, CH2, COO. H propanoic acid. If H is present, it will be propanoic acid. In the propanoic acid, Ethyl, one of the, this COOH hydrogen is replaced by ethyl group. It is ethyl propanoate. In that way we are going to write the IUPAC name of this compound. Sorry, structure of the compound. In the similar manner, next question, IUPAC name, we are going to write the IUPAC name. Here, carboxylic acid will be there. If COOH is present, that is carboxylic acid. Instead of H, there will be ethyl will be there. Therefore, name of this compound is ethyl. This substituent alkyl name is given as ethyl. Then you count the name of carboxylic acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 carbon carboxylic acid. Nonanoic acid. Ethyl nonanoate. It is a way of writing the name of this compound. Here it is an anhydride, CH3COO OCH3. It is a ethanoic anhydride, ethanoic anhydride. It is an acid chloride, acid fluoride. How many carbon present in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentanoyl chloride, pentanoyl chloride. It's a ester. Methyl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexanoate. It's a 1 carbon carboxylic acid. Methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. That is the way of writing IUPAC name to the compound. Write the corresponding common name and structural formula of the compound. Here hexanoic acid is given. Hexanoic acid. 6 carbon carboxylic acid. 6 carbon. Hex indicates 6. Here 6 carbon will be there. 6 carbon carboxylic acid. Caproic acid. Then you go for the source. What is that acid present in the 6 carbon carboxylic acid is present in the coconut, caproic acid. Then methanoic anhydride. What is the common name of methanoic acid? 1 carbon carboxylic acid. Formic acid. It is found in the red ant, the sting of red ant. Methanoic acid. Formica means red ant. Therefore, the source should be, you should keep this idea in your source. What is the compound present in what is the main source of this compound? Those things to be recollected. Here, ethanoyl chloride. Carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid. What is the name of, common name of ethanoic acid? 2 carbon carboxylic acid. It is found in the vinegar, acetic acid. Vinegar is acetum. Acetic acid, acetyl chloride, acetyl chloride. Acetyl chloride. 1 carbon carboxylic acid is formic acid, formyl chloride, formyl chloride. Here, propanone, it is a ketone, 3 carbon ketone. What is the name of this? There are either side of, you write the structure, then you go for the common name. Here, there are 2 alkyl groups, dimethyl ketone, or it is acetone. Acetone. Here, 2 methods are adopted in the trivial system. Acetone, it is considered as acetone, or it is a dimethyl ketone. Then decanoic acid, capric acid, 10 carbon carboxylic acid, common name is capric acid. Then pentanal, then you go for the carboxylic acid. Pentanal, what is the valeric acid? Valeric acid, valoraldehyde, valoraldehyde. Therefore, when you go to the trivial name, first you start from the carboxylic acid. Those things are derived from the carboxylic acid. Valeric acid is a 5 carbon carboxylic acid. Then valoraldehyde is a 5 carbon aldehyde. Then methanamide, 1 carbon amide, 1 carbon amide, 1 carbon carboxylic acid is formic acid, formamide. In that way, we are going to write the molecular, write the trivial name as well as structural formula. The last one is what is the IUPAC and the structural formula of the compound. Here, common name is given, you are going to write the IUPAC name. Lean. Lean indicates, you recollect, lean indicates a double bond. Here, double bonded compound alkene. Here, instead you replace the lean, here you add ene. This YL-ene, ene is removed. Ethene, then acetylene is a common name. Acetylene, you write the structure. Here one hydrogen will be there. One of the hydrogen is replaced by butyl group. What is butyl? 4 carbon alkyne. It's a butyl. Butyl acetylene. Then what will be the IUPAC name? In the IUPAC name, all the carbons are counted. Here 4, here 1, here 2. Totally 6 carbon percent. The name of this compound is hexine. Then formic acid, 1 carbon carboxylic acid. Then 1 carbon carboxylic acid, IUPAC name is 1 carbon methanoic acid. Then valoraldehyde, 5 carbon aldehyde. Valoraldehyde, 5 carbon aldehyde. Pentanaldehyde, pentanal. Then acetone, it is acetone. 3 carbon, the name of this 3 carbon is propanone, ONE to be added. And ethyl acetate, acetic acid, it is the ester of acetic acid. Ethyl acetate, ethanoic acid, 2 carbon carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid, ethyl ethanoate. Then formic anhydride, methanoic anhydride. In that way, we are going to write the common name, you write the IUPAC name to the compound. Therefore, you should know the concept, then you apply the concept. You keep this idea in your mind, then you apply those things. In that way, you can write either you can write the IUPAC name or trivial name from the molecular structural formula, or a name is given, you can write the other one. For example, IUPAC name is given, you can write the trivial name as well as structural formula. That is the way. Thank you.